It was a cold gray morning when Detective Daniel arrived at the station. He poured himself a coffee and sat at his desk. Another busy day of paperwork, he thought. Then his phone rang. Detective Daniel. He answered. The voice on the other side was worried. Detective, my daughter is missing. Please help me. Her name is Lily. She hasn't come home for 3 days. Daniel's eyes sharpened. Have you contacted anyone else? Yes, but the police think she just ran away. But I know my daughter. She would never do this. Daniel listened carefully. Many times, missing persons turned up fine, but this mother sounded different, afraid, desperate. Daniel took the details. I'll take the case. I'll come to your house now. An hour later, Daniel arrived at a small apartment building. Lily's mother, Mrs. Evans, met him at the door. Her face was pale. Please, detective. She's a good girl. Something is wrong. I can feel it. Daniel nodded. Let me see her. Room inside the apartment was neat. No signs of a struggle. Lily's room was simple. Books on the shelf, clothes folded, a small desk. Daniel looked around carefully. The bed was made. Her phone charger was still plugged in. A hairbrush lay on the table, but something caught his eye. A journal on the shelf. He picked it up. Is this hers? Mrs. Evans nodded. She wrote in it every night. Daniel flipped through the pages. Most were normal daily thoughts. School, life, dreams. But then he noticed something odd. A page had been torn out. Did you tear this? Daniel asked. No, Mrs. Evans whispered. Daniel's mind started working. Why tear out just one page? He checked Lily's wardrobe. Her bag was missing, but her favorite jacket still hung there. Strange. Daniel walked outside to question neighbors. Most hadn't seen Lily in days. One neighbor, an old man, said, I saw her 3 nights ago. She looked scared, kept looking over her shoulder. Daniel's concern grew. Back at the station, Daniel ran checks. No activity on Lily's bank card or phone since the day she vanished. No sign of her on public cameras. It was like she disappeared into thin air. Daniel returned to the apartment late that evening. Something was pulling him back, a feeling he couldn't shake. This time he searched deeper. He moved to the bed, checked drawers. Then under the mattress, he found a small folded piece of paper. He unfolded it slowly. The words made his blood run cold. If you find this, I may already be dead. Don't trust anyone. Call the FBI. They're watching. Daniel's hands trembled. This is no normal case, he thought. Who was watching? Why warn against trust? One thing was clear. Lily knew something dangerous. Daniel stared at the note. For the first time in his career, fear crept into his heart. He pulled out his phone and called his contact at the FBI. This is Detective Daniel. I need help. Fast. The story was only beginning. And what came next would change everything. Daniel's hands were still shaking as he ended the call. His FBI contact, Agent Carter, said only one thing. Meet me, alone, and don't tell anyone. Daniel left the apartment quickly. He felt eyes on him, real or imagined. He wasn't sure. The street looked normal. Cars passed. People walked their dogs. But now, everything felt different. Who was watching? Who wanted Lily gone? Daniel drove to the meeting spot, an old parking lot near the docks. It was quiet, far from cameras and crowds. He parked and waited. Moments later, a black car pulled up. Agent Carter stepped out, a tall man with sharp eyes and a calm voice. What do you have? Carter asked. Daniel handed him the note. Carter read it and his face changed. This is worse than I thought, he said softly. Carter explained. We've been watching a powerful group involved in trafficking, drugs, and worse. Very organized. Very dangerous. Daniel frowned. And Lily, she may have found something, or someone may have used her. Either way, if this group thinks she knows too much, they won't stop. Daniel felt a cold weight in his stomach. This started as a missing person case. He said, now it's bigger. Carter nodded. And now you're involved. They may be watching you too. Suddenly, Carter's phone buzzed. He looked at the screen, face tense. Someone accessed your office. Detective, your files on Lily, gone. Daniel's eyes widened. They're already on me. Carter spoke quickly. From now on, trust no one except me. Stay off your phone. We'll dig deeper, but be ready. They may come after you. Daniel drove home, head spinning. His apartment looked normal, but he searched every corner. Nothing seemed touched. But then a small red light blinked under his desk. Hidden camera. Daniel ripped it out. His heart pounded. They were here, watching me. The next morning, Daniel went to Lily's school. Her best friend Mia was waiting, a shy, quiet girl. I heard about Lily, she said softly. I'm scared. Daniel spoke gently. Did Lily tell you anything? Anything strange? Mia hesitated, then pulled a small flash drive from her bag. She gave me this 2 weeks ago, Mia whispered. Said if something happened, give it to someone I trust. Daniel took the flash drive. Back at a safe computer, he opened the files. What he saw shocked him. Photos, names, maps, bank accounts, evidence of a powerful crime ring connected to high places. One folder was marked for FBI only. Inside a list of people, some were local politicians, some were officers. Daniel's breath caught. No wonder Lily wrote that note. No wonder she's missing. Suddenly, a noise outside. A black SUV parked across the street. Daniel peeked through the blinds. Two men in suits, watching. His phone buzzed. Agent Carter. They know you have the drive, Carter said. You must move now. Daniel grabbed the flash drive and slipped out the back door. Heart racing. He had only one thought: find Lily before it's too late. The case was no longer simple. It was a deadly game, and Detective Daniel was now in the middle of it. Detective Daniel drove through the city streets. Fast but careful. In the rearview mirror, he saw the black SUV again. Same two men. They're tailing me, he thought. He made a sudden turn. The SUV followed another turn, still behind him. Daniel gripped the wheel tighter. He had to lose them, and fast. A sharp right turn into an alley, then through a narrow side street. When he looked again, the SUV was gone. For now, Daniel parked in a hidden spot, took a deep breath. They won't stop. I need to move fast, he called Agent Carter using a burner phone. They know I have the flash drive, Daniel said. They're after me. Carter's voice was calm. Stay alert. Bring the drive to our safe house tonight. But first, follow the clues. Daniel opened the flash drive again. One video file caught his eye, security footage from a nearby cafe. It showed Lily sitting alone, nervous, looking around. Timestamp the night she disappeared. Daniel leaned closer. Then two unknown men entered, sat nearby. They didn't speak to Lily but watched her, followed her when she left. Daniel froze the frame, zoomed in. One man had a snake tattoo on his neck. He printed the image and sent it to Carter. We'll ID him. Carter replied, good work. Next, Daniel checked city cameras. He traced Lily's last movements, from the cafe to a small grocery store. Then the cameras lost her. No more footage. No sign of where she went next. Frustrated, Daniel decided to visit the store. Inside, an old cashier recognized Lily. She came in late that night, the cashier said. Bought water. Looked scared. Then two men followed her out. Daniel's phone buzzed again. A message from Carter. Tattooed man is linked to a known crime ring, Eastern Syndicate. Very dangerous. Daniel's heart pounded. This is bigger than I thought. I need to find Lily. Fast. As he left the store, a car engine roared behind him. Daniel barely jumped aside, as a black car tried to ram him. The car sped off before he could see the driver. Daniel stood in the street, shaken. They're trying to kill me now. That night, Daniel met Carter at the FBI safe house. He handed over the flash drive. Carter nodded. This will help. But they know you're involved now. You can't go home. Daniel agreed. He wasn't safe anymore, but his mind stayed on one thing. Lily, she's alive. I can feel it. Later that night, Carter called Daniel again. We found something, Carter said. You need to see this. At FBI headquarters, Carter showed Daniel a new piece of evidence. A hidden folder on Lily's flash drive. Inside, messages between Lily and an unknown journalist. They had been gathering evidence on the crime ring, planning to expose it. Daniel read the last message from Lily. I think they found me. If I disappear, please tell someone. Save the files. Daniel clenched his fists. She was brave, and now she's in danger because of it. But then, another alert. An FBI analyst rushed in. New video found. Private traffic camera. Lily being taken into a black van. Daniel watched the footage. Lily looked weak but alive. The van's plates were fake, but one thing stood out. The background, a warehouse sign, part of an old industrial area. Carter turned to Daniel. This is our lead? Daniel's eyes burned with determination. Then let's move. The old warehouse sat at the edge of the city, abandoned for years or so it seemed. Now, inside, something dark was happening, and Lily was there. Somewhere, Detective Daniel stood, with Agent Carter and a small FBI team. It was past midnight. A cold wind blew through the empty streets. Carter spoke softly. We have to be careful. These men are armed, dangerous. We go in quiet and fast. Daniel nodded. His heart pounded. Please let her be alive, he thought. The team moved in, dressed in black, weapons ready. Daniel led the way, through a side door, into darkness. Inside, old crates, broken machines. But something wasn't right. Voices, faint, coming from deeper inside. And footsteps. Daniel signaled the team forward. Step by step. No noise. Then a door. Behind it. Voices clearer now. Move her tonight. Too risky to keep her here. Daniel froze. They're planning to move Lily. He gave the signal. -3 to 1. The door burst open. FBI, hands up. Chaos. Men shouted. Guns raised. Shots fired. Daniel ducked behind crates. Return fire. Carter's voice rang out. Secure the hostage. Daniel pushed forward. Room by room, until a locked metal door. He kicked it open. Inside, a small, dark room. And there, tied to a chair, was Lily, weak, bruised, but alive. Her eyes widened as Daniel entered. Lily, you're safe now, he said, rushing to her. He cut the ropes quickly. Can you walk? Lily nodded weakly. Daniel helped her out. Gunfire still echoed through the building. Back outside, the team fought off the last of the guards. Sirens wailed. Backup arriving. Minutes later, the warehouse was secure. Many of the gang members arrested, but their leader, the man with the snake tattoo, had escaped. Lily sat in the ambulance. Wrapped in a blanket, she looked up at Daniel. Thank you. You saved my life. she whispered. Daniel smiled. But why did you risk so much? He asked gently. Lily's eyes filled with tears. I found out what they were doing. Trafficking girls, drugs, weapons. I had to stop them. She pulled a small notebook from her jacket. This has everything. Names, places, proof. Daniel's eyes widened. She was gathering evidence, risking her life to stop them. Agent Carter stepped forward. You're very brave, Lily, he said. But this isn't over yet. Carter turned to Daniel. The leader escaped. And with what Lily knows, they won't stop coming. Daniel nodded. We need to move her somewhere safe and finish this. But as they spoke far away, in the shadows, a pair of cold eyes watched through binoculars. The man with the snake tattoo. He pulled out a phone. And spoke just one word. War. The FBI safe house was hidden deep in the suburbs. Plain walls, simple furniture, no signs of life from outside. It was the safest place they could find for Lily. Detective Daniel stood by the window, watching. Every passing car made him tense. They will come for her, he thought. It's only a matter of time. Agent Carter entered. We've locked the files Lily gave us. They're safe. But the leader escaped, Daniel said quietly. He'll send others. Carter nodded. And we'll be ready. Lily sat on the couch, pale but stronger. She looked at Daniel. Detective, I want to help. I know more. I know where they meet. Daniel sat beside her. You've done enough. You're lucky to be alive. But Lily shook her head. If we don't stop them, they'll keep doing this to other girls. Daniel admired her courage. But deep down, he was worried. This was no simple gang. This was an empire, rich, powerful, ruthless. Later that night, an urgent message came from FBI headquarters. Another detective, a friend of Daniel's, had been attacked, badly injured, left a warning. Tell Daniel to back off, or next time, it'll be worse. Daniel's fists tightened. They're trying to scare us, he thought. It won't work. Carter spoke firmly. This is war now. And if we want to win, we strike first. Lily gave them the address of a club, the gang's secret meeting place. But it was what? Full of cameras. No easy way in. Daniel came up with a plan. We can't storm it, but maybe we can get someone inside. They set up surveillance, watching the club day and night, looking for weaknesses, patterns. Meanwhile, Daniel noticed something else. His phone had been hacked, his apartment broken into again, and worse, his sister's house was being watched. This was personal now. Daniel called Carter. We need to move fast, before they hurt anyone else. But Carter looked troubled. There's more bad news, he said. We think someone inside law enforcement is helping them. Daniel stared at him. A traitor? Someone on the inside? But explained too much why files went missing. Why the leader escaped. Someone was feeding them information. Daniel's heart sank. Who can we trust now? But there was no time to waste. The enemy was closing in. And Daniel knew, if they didn't act soon, more innocent lives would be lost. As he sat alone that night, watching the dark street below, a silent vow formed in his mind. I will end this, no matter what it takes. The enemy was one step ahead. Now Daniel knew why someone inside the police was helping them, and he had to find out who. Before it was too late. Detective Daniel couldn't sleep. Not with so many questions in his mind. Someone inside the police, maybe even the FBI, was leaking information. But who? And why? He met with Agent Carter early the next morning. We need to find the mole, Daniel said. Otherwise, everything we do they'll know. Carter agreed, but we can't trust anyone, not even our own team. They set a trap, fake message saying Lily would be moved to a new safe house. Only a few people were told. Then they waited. It didn't take long. That same night, the black SUV was spotted near the fake location. Daniel and Carter watched the video feed. Daniel's jaw tightened. Someone tipped them off. Someone close. They narrowed the list. Only 3 people had known about the fake move. One of them, Officer Blake, a new officer, quiet, friendly. But something didn't feel right. Daniel checked Blake's background. A few odd details, gaps. In his past, no clear family ties, no old friends. Carter dug deeper than a match. Blake had once worked in a city, known for gang activity, and his old captain was connected to the Eastern Syndicate. It was enough. Daniel and Carter confronted Blake at the station. At first, he denied everything. But when shown the evidence, he broke. They paid me, Blake said quietly. Told me no one would get hurt. Daniel's anger boiled. No one would get hurt. They almost killed a young girl. Blake hung his head. I didn't know, I swear. Carter took him into custody, and now, for the first time, they had a clear shot. No more leaks. No more surprises. Daniel felt a new hope. Now we can fight back for real. But then Lily came to them with more news. She remembered something. The gang's next big shipment, drugs and weapons, would arrive soon, and their leader would be there. Daniel knew what this meant. A chance to take him down. For good, but it would be dangerous. A full raid, guns, lives at risk. Carter looked at Daniel. Are you ready for this? Daniel's answer was firm. I have to be. For Lily, for everyone. They've heard the stage was set. One final move. To end the nightmare once and for all. It all came down to this. One last chance to bring the leader down. If they failed, more lives would be lost. If they succeeded, it would all be over. The warehouse was bigger this time, not abandoned. Active guards with weapons. Trucks ready to move out. And inside, the man with the snake tattoo. The leader. Daniel and Carter prepared their team. FBI agents, SWAT officers, everyone ready for a fight. They reviewed the plan. Go in fast. Stop the trucks. Arrest the leader. No mistakes. Lily watched from the surveillance van. Her voice calm but determined. You can do this. Daniel looked at her. We will. The signal was given. Nightfall. The raid began. Flash grenades. Loud commands. FBI. Drop your weapons. Chaos inside. Guards tried to fight, but the team was too strong. Daniel pushed forward, searching. End to end. He saw him, the leader, running through the back hallway. Daniel chased him through crates and boxers. Shots fired, missed. Finally, a dead end. The leader turned, gun in hand. You should have stayed out of this. Detective, he sneered. Daniel aimed. It ends now. The leader fired, but Daniel was faster. One shot. The leader fell, alive, but wounded. Daniel cuffed him. For Lily. For all your victims, back outside. The team secured the area. Trucks full of drugs and weapons seized. Dozens of gang members arrested. Lily watched as the leader was taken away, tears in her eyes. It's over, she whispered. Daniel stood beside her. You were the real hero, he said softly. Carter joined them. This is a big win, but more work is ahead. The whole network must be taken down. Lily nodded. I'll help, whatever it takes. Danielle looked at the night sky. It wasn't just about one case anymore. It was about justice, and they were ready for the fight ahead. The leader was in custody. The warehouse shut down. But for Daniel, Lily, and the team, this was not just the end of a case. It was the start of something bigger. The news spread fast. FBI raid brings down major crime leader. Young woman's brave actions help police save dozens. Daniel watched the headlines. A small smile crossed his face, but his mind was still on the future. In the hospital, the leader remained silent, refused to speak, but his files, phones, and contacts all seized. Enough evidence to take down the rest of the network. Back at the FBI office, Carter handed Daniel a report. You did good, detective, but this is only the beginning. The syndicate is bigger than just one man. Daniel nodded. I know, but now we have a chance. Later that day, Daniel visited Lily at her temporary safe house. She looked stronger, healthier, her bruises fading, but her spirit shining brighter than ever. You changed everything, Daniel said quietly. Lily smiled softly. So did you. You believed me when no one else did. Daniel sat beside her. What will you do next? Lily thought for a moment. I want to help other girls. The ones they didn't find yet. Maybe work with the FBI. Use what I know. Daniel admired her courage. You'd be good at it. You're braver than most people I know. At that moment, Agent Carter entered. There's something you both should see. They walked into the briefing room. On the screen, photos, maps, documents, other cities, other leaders. More victims. This was bigger than we thought. Carter said banal. Thanks to you, Lily. We have the key to stop them. Daniel looked at Lily. You ready for this? She took a deep breath. Yes. Let's finish what we started. Weeks passed. With Lily's help, the FBI tracked more gang members, raids, arrests, victims rescued. Each success brought hope, and each new day, Daniel saw Lily grow stronger, no longer a victim but a fighter. Finally, one bright morning, Lily stood at a press conference. Beside her, Agent Carter and Detective Daniel. She spoke to the crowd. I was scared, but I learned that one voice can make a difference. If we stay silent, the bad guys win. But if we stand together, we can stop them. The audience clapped. Cameras flashed. Daniel watched with pride. This is why we fight, he thought. For moments like this. After the conference, Lily turned to Daniel. Thank you for believing in me, for protecting me. Daniel smiled. No, thank you, for your courage. You inspire us all. As the sun set that day, Daniel knew this was more than a case. It was a new beginning. For Lily, for him, for justice.